Hello and welcome back to the next episode in our game making tutorials. Hopefully you've all followed along all right. Hope it's not too difficult because it was a hell of a lot to take in the last two episodes because I did a lot of changes off camera, which I don't like doing, but sometimes I don't like dragging you through it either. So I don't know what was worse, dragging you through it or dragging you through what I'd done afterwards. Who knows? Anyway, this is our electrical cable actor. And you remember this? Our alphabetic spaghetti for setting up the connections, and we did that on our construction script. But I've disconnected at the moment because we're not using that anymore. So, set connections. Okay, there was some additions I put in there to improve just a test, which was changing the rotation of the head ends so that they match the socket they're going into, and it seemed to work okay. But all this is kind of defunct now because this was an automatic script. We needed to now be able to connect them. So how are we going to do that? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag this no, I can't drag this off here. I wanted to keep this somewhere where I could see it. Can I bring that over? Yes, I can. There's a new window. Good. I want to be able to see that because there's a few pointers I want to keep in there when I'm making this. I have created a new graph just to try and help keep things tidy and see how this works. So I just call it custom events, and in here I've got connector cable end, and we're going to create another one, another event. So we'll call this custom can't spell custom event, and we're going to call this connect cable start. Now, do we choose that there's an input and an output? Not yet. That could come later. Let's just get it working. So we'll connect the cable start first. Now, do we want to be an arse so that we can only connect the cable start to the generator and the cable end to the output, to the input? Let's quickly just compile that and save it. Let's have a look at our main content, electrical lighting. Let's open up our light. We're going to have to change a lot of this, I think, because there is going to be a power switch on it, so it will need to have some sort of way of switching it. So this is our light. Our light has a connector. Now, have we named this input? Now this has got the old style input, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Did we put tags on it? We didn't. We need to replace this. So let's go into our viewport, zoom in. It's actually in the wrong place. It needs to be a little bit higher than that because it's in the ground. I don't know why I did that because we don't need it. So we are going to, can we change the type? I don't think we can. No, we're going to add. So this is how I did it on the generator. Sphere collision, and it's enormous, absolutely humongous. Also, we need to put on our dodgy looking connectors. Now I can't remember what size I did. Let's have a look at the generator. Viewport 0.6, 0.6, 0.06, 0.06, 0.05. There we go. I wonder actually if I can just connect to one. Just copy just that, and let's see if we can copy this into our light here and paste. Oh, it does. But its scale is wrong. 0.06, 0.06 and 0.05 I think it was. That's more like it. That's alright, isn't it? So it was at the back here, wasn't it? Let's get the sphere and do this to the light base, and the same with the ECP input. That's going what are we looking at? Where's it gone? Connector. into the light base. Okay, could attach that to there. Very nice is that. So this now is going to come over here. So let's come in a little bit. Here's our connector. We're going to bring it up a little bit. It's quite a large connector, this. I'm hoping it hasn't resized when I moved it. Shouldn't have done. Hopefully that's enough outside. Oh, it's a tough one. Might have to scale that up a bit so it's a little bit underground, but still look a bit weird. We do need to make this taller as well, don't we? Most likely. Anyway, so let's bring, yeah, that's already come up. So there's our connector, and we want to, doesn't want to be like massively sticking out. So our sphere has decided to go for a wonder, but that's because we need to reset its movements, and we also want to reset its rotation. As far as scale's concerned, I think I set this for about 4. There we go. There we go. That seems about right. And let's bring that just in front. Okay. It's probably a little big. Maybe this one come down to 3. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Not sure what size they are on the generator. They're 4s. But oh, they're scale of 16s though. Right, so I understand that now. So let's have a look at the scale of 16. Does that make a difference? No, it didn't seem to, did it? Anyway, we now have our sphere. Now our sphere needs to be told that it's power. Well, it needs to be told that it can take power. So it's going to be a custom collision, and it's going to ignore all except visibility, which it will block. Okay, then component tags, it's going to be ECP I for input, and then we'll add another one, and it's just going to be ECP. Yep, there we go. Now if we drag, I need to disconnect the event graph on the tick for now, because it'll probably start causing errors. I don't want that to happen. So let's come back into here. Let's bring one of our lights out into the world. There we go. And let's see what happens when I turn on the electrical tool. It's not picking anything up. Oh, that's because it doesn't implement the power interface. Aha. So I'll show you how to do that now. So if you were unsure last time how that worked. So we come into our class settings. We come to implemented interfaces in the bottom right here. Click add, and BPI power, you might have to type it in to filter it, and just add that in. We're not going to implement anything, just going to click that and save. Okay, let's go back into here. Let's see if this makes a difference. And if we click 1, 1, it's still not working. Is it? Oh, it is hitting, because I can see those boxes there. So I'm not sure why that's not working. Okay, so this is why we always need to do a little bit of debug, and that's, I'm glad I left the trace thing on, because I can actually see what's going on with it. But for some reason that's not working. So let's have a look at how it works on the generator. So on the generator base, save, not compile. Let's have a look at one of these. ECP output C3, and it has block visibility and ECPI and ECP component tags. Okay, so that's exactly what we've got in here, is what I thought. Did that one have one on? It didn't, did it? No, so I haven't done anything on this. Let's just delete that for now. And sphere, we're going to call this, give it a new name, variable name, ECP ECP input 1. Okay, so ECP input 1. Let's check its tags. Don't know what I'm scrolling for. So it's set to ECP. Okay. So let's get this up. So I love debugging, don't you? Let's see why this isn't registering as power. So let's put some sort of debugging on. Let's go to our BPC tool base. And what other debug can we have? Let's come into our cabling tool. So it's doing all that, blah blah blah. Find target. Let's have a look in there. Okay, so bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had the delivery at the door just as I was just broke my train of thought. I just opened it up. It was a book I'd ordered, but I put in a pack of Yorkshire tea. 10 Yorkshire tea as a, I don't know, it's a nicety, a little gift, but oh well. We need to see if we've got a hit, and we've got the hit actor, so we could actually come off here, couldn't we? And let's just do an append. No, I hate you have to type a pen string, just, and you have to make it non-context. There we go. Oh yeah, because it's not a drag off. Right, okay. We're going to put that in there. That's the actor. And then we're going to add another one. I'm just going to put a space in there, a colon, a space. And then we're going to bring that one in there. It's going to be a little bit messy, doesn't matter. Compile. So we're going to run this and we're just going to see what we're getting. So let's turn on the tool. And did I not connect it? Probably not, knowing me. Cabling. No, I didn't even create the print node. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And then we just go to there and just go print string, and we're going to put it all in the same spot. So we'll call this debug trace, and it'll always appear in the same spot and overwrite itself. And we'll see what's coming out. So let's come in here and we'll run it again and turn this on. Press number 1. So we have field light base dot connector 1 cylinder and ECP input. Okay, so we have field light base and field light base ECP input 1. So we are hitting our target. That's a good start. What's going wrong? I keep going to the wrong thing. I should close some of these. We'll close our tool base. Electrical connector at the moment we don't need the IMC, and we'll leave the generator open. The cable we're doing. Yeah, so we're hitting our target. So we know that's fine. What else could we need to be checking? Does it implement interface? Now this should run if this is true. So if I run this up to there and break this link, this should still run because it should still get there. Let's just keep doing that. It's what it is. Normally it opens another window, so I normally have to minimize one for the other one to work. Right, let's turn the tool on, and we're still getting that. So we're passing the first 2 checks. It implements the interface. We're there. We're halfway there. We're living on a prayer. Oh, but not go copyright. So we now know we've passed this test. So what is the next test? Now the next test is checking to see if we have the ECP. I think I know what we've done, or what I haven't done, or what I did do, or what I didn't do. Is I think I might just fix this now. Our electrical connector base. This is probably going to be done automatically next time, but for now I'm going to link it manually. I haven't set our connection object up. Yeah, I need to do that now. So, instruction script connection object is missing. Yeah, that's going to be our connection object. compile. There we go. So now if we come back into the viewport and we click on our electrical connector base, oh no, well, it won't show until runtime, probably connection object. Yeah, it won't show. Okay, as this is so low on the ground, I probably will increase this to 4, you know, because it's picking up this cylinder. I don't want it to pick up the cylinder, I want it to pick up that. It's pretty much snug with the edge there, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Number 1. Ah, look, we have power. So it's detecting okay. So we had just, well, I had just forgotten to link a few things up. So let's get rid of this debug stuff here. The debug print. Oh, I did, didn't I? Let's just, yeah, we'll just make sure that's kind of out of the way a little bit for now. It's useful for debugging, so I'll leave it there. Okay, so we now are able to check. So this is interesting. Now, I think start and end are going to be different. This is going to be interesting. Let's do this start and end, yeah? So we've got connect the end of the cable and connect the start of the cable. So to connect the end of the cable, right, I have open and my other screen, so I don't need to go through any sequences. I don't need to get objects by class. All I need to do is get the connection objects. Now all these objects are already found by the cabling tool. They're all validated. So by the time we get to here, we know these things exist. Yeah, we know they exist. So what we need to do in our first person character, we need to come here, don't we? And we know these things exist. So all we're going to do is just make sure that they're all valid here. It's not in there, it's in the cabling tool, isn't it? Yeah, so we know all this stuff is done and it's checked. We know it's all valid, yeah, inside the cabling tool. So we need to go to action start. Make sure if the target actor is valid, the rest of it should be valid. We don't remove anything during play. So as long as this is valid, target actor, then I'm happy. In fact, we could just check that the target connector is valid because we need that more. So let's bring that to there. I know that's set. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're going to get the target connector. That's the most important one at the moment. Get a validated get. Convert to validated get. And we're going to action start. Right. So when we start our action, we want to check what type it is. So we need to find the tag. So we check if it's valid. If it's valid, we want get component tags, is it? Oop. Component. Oh, I cannot spell component. Get components tags. There we go. So we already know it's past its validation to get to here. We just want to know if it's an input or an output. Yeah. So that means we need to say what each end is, don't we? On the cable, the electrical cable, each end needs to know whether it's an input or an output. So in our components, end A and B, and A connector, and then B connector. Okay, well, we were doing that anyway because they've got this bit here, so they'll be setting these, won't they? So we can tell which end of the cable is which. So we can do a quick check if it's connected at what end. Let me just figure this in my head. So component tags, and then we want contains array contains item, and we're just going to say, is this an output? We now checked to see whether it's an output. Branch can only contain one or the other, so we've got valid check branch there. If it's true, we're gonna just presume that the other one's an input because we only have the two. We're not using bidirectional, we're just gonna have the two. So we're gonna presume the other one is an input because we've already done our validation checks. So it's got to be either or. Yeah. So where do we put this? No, we're gonna have to have a variable here. Current cable. We've got current cable state and current cable, and this is going to be type BP electrical cable. Okay.
The time is 2:25 p.m.
I don't care, Alexa. I didn't ask you. You're telling me the time. So I check that the target connector is valid. Is it an output connector? Matters not. No. So on action start, let's check the current cable state. So we need to reset this each time we finish one. So the current cable state, so switch on E cable state. There we go. So if the cable is disconnected, okay, if the cable is disconnected, we need to do the get first, don't we? Let's put that in front. So bring that up, bring you across and put you into here and out to there and out to there. So the first state of affairs is disconnected. So if the cable is disconnected, yeah, we are going to be a bit of an arse here. We are going to, let's just move this over a little bit for now. We've got to do start connector. If it's disconnected, we want to create. So I'm thinking a lot of stuff in my head on how to do this. There's got to be another option in the enumerator, and it's got to be at the top there, and it's going to be not created. Okay, that's the stage it's going to be at first, this cable. So let's make sure that this has in the cabling, that this has not created as its base state. So as soon as you load up this and activate it, its created state is not created. Okay, so the cable's not created. So if it's not created, we need to create, right, spawn active from class. There we go. And then we want to give it a class of BP cable. Ooh. BP electrical cable. Can't even remember my own thing. For now, we're not going to put it anywhere. This is going to be a bit janky. It's probably just going to float in the middle of the air. It will attach to the player at one point, but let's just get this to work for now. So, if it's not created, then create one. And let's change the state to disconnected, and then come back to here. And oh, that's a little bit. naughty, isn't it, the way that's just done that. Let's bring that back up. I'm not sure if this is the right way around to do this, but we'll see. We shall see. We're going to bring it back around to the enum. We don't want to exit out. We want to use the enum again because we've now got our next state and it's going to be disconnected. Yeah. But we don't want to do this on action start, do we? Okay. I just went through a load of stuff and it was all going wrong. So what we're going to do at the moment is we're going to say not created. So when the tool switches on, we are going to create the cable. Yep, automatically. So there will be checks eventually, say we've got the cable in stock, but we need to do the tool switching on. So let's go to event, and this is so annoying. I have to keep switching between activate tool. So we need to activate, but we need to do our parent first. Or can't do it that way. Just right click and call to parent function. Let the parent do its job first. Okay, what we need to do is we need to create a current cable, a new cable. So first thing we do is we're going to set this to nothing. It should be nothing anyway. In fact, no, we don't need to set it nothing. We'll just go spawn actor from class. Right, so from here, it's got to be is powered in, isn't it? Oop. That I can't link that in yet because I haven't explicitly told it what it is. So it's going to be a BP electrical cable. So then this will output to there. There we go. The spawn transform. Get actor transform position. Yeah, it's probably going to end up on the floor, but it's doesn't matter. I don't think I need to always spawn. Yeah, okay. So we now have a current cable, and we need to set this to disconnected. Okay, so we've created a cable, and we're just gonna. Oh, what's going on here? To get the player pawn. Just disconnect that one. This is one I was playing earlier. I actually recorded it and then stopped because it was confusing the hell out of me because I was doing it a bit backwards. But there we go. So let's compile that. Should clear that. Yeah, there we go. So we're getting the actors transform of the player, which is you, the pawn, because there's only going to be one player, and we're spawning an actor, which would be the cable, and we're going to create the cable, and we're going to set the current cable state. So how are we going to do this now? Now we have the cable state, the cable there. So when we deactivate, we're just going to set this to nothing. So with that said, let's bring this down, give ourselves a lot more room. We will probably crunch a lot of this into functions once I realize what the best way around this is, but the functions or macros or something, just to make it easier to understand, especially if there's any reusable code. If I've still got a cable, so hold on, I just don't want cables just falling on the floor, do I? So if I deactivate the tool, I want to switch on E cable state. Okay. To be honest, N connector is just finished, isn't it? Let's plug in our cable state. So anything in these three stages means we destroy it. We just destroy it anyway, don't we? Yeah, because if we're still holding it, yeah, if we're still holding it, then it doesn't exist. So we don't need to check. So we just go do a validated get. So we know it exists. So if it's there, and then we destroy component. Destroy actor. There we go. So we'll just destroy it. So if we've got it in our hands, we'll just destroy it. So this will spawn the cable and it'll be disconnected. Okay, let's see what happens when we just run this. Don't you just love debugging? There we go. Cable is there. It's just spawned in the middle of nowhere, but that doesn't matter. But now if I turn it off, it's got rid of it. Yes, it will delete it. That's good. That's perfect. Because what we'll do is once we release the cable, we will clear it from here. We just set the current cable to nothing, and it should stay in existence elsewhere. So when we activate the tool, we end up with a cable. Whoop. Keep doing that again. Let's just do that again just to make sure it wasn't fluke. So let's play. So we turn on our cable tool. Yep, it's spawning behind us, but never mind. And I've cancelled it with the right click, and then we set it up again, and then get rid of it, and then set it up again, then get rid of it. Okay, nice. That's a good start. See, we can do things. We can do things. I'm still learning as much as anybody else. I can do a hell of a lot of things, but I'm still learning as much as anybody else. And game mechanics are unique per game, so they're not always the same. Now, you might use some of the same controls for this, that, and the other, and you know to rotate an object, to spawn an Niagara particle system, and so forth. But it's the game mechanics that make the difference, and they're always going to be different, or most times anyway. So we've entered, we've deactivated. Let's come out. So what are we going to do? We're now going to click on something, aren't we? So that's what this is about. Let's bring this back down now. Now I've got that bit in my head. Let's bring this across. So all we need to do is when we enable, we create a new one. Yeah. So this I'm going to put into a this into a function, because I'm going to be calling that again once I've connected the cable. Once the cable's connected, it's out of my hands then, and then a new one is to spawn. Does that sound about right? So yeah, once it's connected, so that will go into that will definitely go into a function. It might just be a macro actually, because I don't need to send it any data, so I'll just send that in as a macro. Leave it as a function. So we're now checking that we've got a valid connector still, but I'm still, yeah, have we got a valid connector? So are we targeting a connector? If we're not doing sweet FA. Okay, so we need to detect when it's connected, don't we? Okay, well we'll check that in a minute. So we're not spawning anything now. We don't need to spawn anything, so we don't need that. So Alt click that. Right, let's bring this back up. Okay, we just clicked. If the cable is disconnected, we're now going to check what type of cable this is. So we're going to have to put this right over here, because otherwise it's going to get messy. So we need to know what type of cable, what type of connector this is. So first we're checking to see if it's an output. Let's just bring that up over the top so it doesn't block anything else. There we go. Yeah, are we going to moan at them if it's not? Do we just put text on the screen for now, and then we can later on we can say need to connect to a supply first? So yeah, does it contain an output? And we're disconnected, so then we do things in the right order then. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt for the customer, but that's just the way we're going to do it. We could change it later on, but let's just keep it as simple as possible for now for the sake of this video. So let's think. Right, so we now check if it's there. So if it's not, we're going to print string, and all we're going to do is in here we're going to say start of the cable must be connected to a power source first. Yeah, so do that. Now, have we got the event? I don't remember if the event started, so let's click F1, and then we're going to start of the cable must be connected to a, what's it first? Must be connected. Cool. So we know it's not connected. Brilliant. So let's see what happens when we go to number 1 and then we walk. Oh, that was blocking me. Start of the cable must be connected to a power source first. Okay, that's not picking up ECPO. So we're going to check. Don't know why I just clicked on internet for. I don't need the internet open. It's a load of rubbish, isn't it? So we're going to check what we're doing. Okay. Contains ECP. Let's just make sure that that's ECP. Oh, not a 0. Yeah. And let's just make sure that on the generator that all these outputs are ECP O's. Capital O. Yeah. So we'll also, while we're doing this, so we'll hit play, we'll also highlight the cabling tool. There it is. And we'll see what we're connected to. Just there. So we've created the cable and ECP input 1. Okay, and then it's still saying that it's not got an ECP. Oh, so why is that? Why is that? Why does our cable time it keeps going to this false? Interesting. I'm going to do this on here. Compile, save. Go here. No. Go 1 and then. Right. It has no tags. What is the object? Target connector is electrical connector base. Connection object. And oh, okay, I'm checking the wrong object, aren't I? It's the target port I need to check. Okay. There we go. Get validated is valid. There we go, and then the port can go up to there. So if I remove this stop point, if you don't know it, it's just F9, switches it on and off. This time we should only get the message when we're aiming at. Let's make that and just push me out of the way. So aiming, click, no message. Aiming, click, yes. Perfect. That fixes that. Using the right object generally does. That's good. This can be changed later on. So what are we going to do now? Now we're going to connect the cable. So we'll do a function here and we'll call connect start. We'll call that cable start. Connect cable start. Whoop. Don't want too many capitals in there. It doesn't look right, does it? So this is where we connect the start end of our cable. And like I said, I've got that already up somewhere. Oh, I've closed it. Okay. I want to reopen that, don't I? It was find target. And no, it wasn't find target, was it? It was higgledy-piggledy cable stuff here. Well, that's weird because it's showing up now. It doesn't show up when I go here, but it just shows up when I go there. Connect cable end and connect cable start. Okay, so we can now directly send these, can't we? Rather than put it in extra code. So let's not make functions. That's not what I'm doing. Let's not make a function. We will send a connect cable request to our cable. So we get our current cable and we call from that connect cable start. Let's bring this down because that's not so important. This is hook this up. Oops, my little trigger finger went a bit crazy there. Connect the cable start, and then we're going to set this now to start connected. Okay, so we should then be able to attach this now from inside the cable. So connect cable start. What do we need to attach this? We're going to need so what have I got here? A BP electrical connector base. I think we need everything, so we're going to need 3 of these. Let's do it. So we got port, which will be a primitive component. Oh, this annoys me. I have to type things twice in here. I don't know why it does it. Primitive component. Then we add another one, and this is going to be connector. So this will be BP
I don't have an answer for that.
electrical connector base. See, not changed. I have to do it twice. BP electrical connector base. What is this? Electrical. What is going on there? Right, and then we need actor. So this is the actual actor. So I have to probably type this in twice. Let's click on object. Oh, let me do it that time. Maybe because I clicked directly on the object reference part of it. We're going to get told all this information. So we should know it's valid. The cable shouldn't need to check anything. Nothing should be invalid here. Nothing at all. May have to change that later on. But there you go. Right, so I need to get the connection object, which is the port, and I want to get its world location. So get world location. Right, so that's where we're connecting to. Let's try something else. I got an idea. So we're going to get the port again, but we're going to get world transform. You'll see why now. Then we're going to get our cable end here, and we're going to world. Oh no, set world rotation, location and rotation. There we go. So we set the world rotation for this here with this here. So I want to bring this up. So I just want to, as this is coming from there to there, I want that level, and we'll bring these down, and we want to break transform, and we want the location there. Little bit messy, but it's doing its job. It's doing its job indeed. Right, so now I'm hoping that is what's going to make it attach. Now there is attach actors, and I will be going to sockets and actors later on about attaching them. That would be a better thing, but right now we're doing it the Genk way. We just want to get something quick and easy done. So let's just do this for the time being. That there should in theory set the location. I've got to add in the connector info. Yeah, we might as well do that now, aren't we? So we could do that part last. So end A, set end A connector, and set end A actor. We can do both of them, and that will be, bring this down, and then connector and actor. A lot of blue, a lot of blue. So we're setting all the things it needs to set, and we're going to see what happens now. You watch it all go wrong. So we've come along, we've got our cable, there it goes, it's pushed us out the way just that little bit, and we're going to try and connect it there, and it's not letting me know. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to this port. Okay, it's way off, way off. Okay, access none, trying to recount custom port, custom event port, and world location and rotation. Oh, we're not getting a world location and rotation. Okay, that was possibly the error that we're finding. It's on the cable, isn't it? So let's have a look. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to undo that, not change that. Then what we're going to do is only change, we're going to change the actor position. So we'll get the actor and we'll set that as target. No, don't want to do it that way. Completely delete that. So set world location. Oh no, set actor location. It's set actor location. Okay, across to there. Bring this down a little bit. Bring that down a little bit. So the location is there, yeah? That's the world transform of the port. But we want to change set world rotation. Just the world rotation of this. And we'll probably put this, yeah, I'll put this at the end. Just to make it a little tidier. Into there. Bring that. Not there, and the rotation will be this. And let's see how that fares. Okay, let's create our cable. Let's walk over here and set it then. Well, the rotation's not correct. It's not doing anything now because it's not in the same state. Okay. Access actor location. End a actor. But it's not an actor. Am I setting the wrong? It's a little bit annoying this. Am I setting the wrong stuff? Let's just undo the rotation bit. And just undo that actually. Just plug that back in for now. So target is actor, set end a actor. Now I'm sure that's how I did it last time. Let's have a look. What did we use? We got the end a actor and got the connector, and then we got its connection object, and we got its world location. So that's just location. Maybe it's probably a local. No, it's a world transform. Okay, let's just delete that for a minute. Let's just go straight in and get world location. Straight in from that. Because as far as I was aware, this was how we did it last time. We found the connection object, the port, which is the primitive component, yeah. And we connected it to it. Pretty sure that's how we did it. Set actor location rotation. So I didn't use any rotation, but I got the world rotation from the connection object, which is this port. Okay. So why, oh why, oh why? So let's have a look. It's still not connecting. Oh, I just pressed the right mouse button, didn't I? It's not moving the cable. Okay, but we're getting access none, trying to read property, set actor location, custom events, execute BP. So what am I trying to access none? Event, custom port, set actor location, custom event, port. So it's not letting me set the actor location. We're getting the actor. Is the actor not coming through? Let's check this. Let's get to here and we'll just hold on to it. Just goes to prove that no matter how much you tried. So unknown, actor class unknown, connector unknown, port unknown. Oh, I'm not sending it through, that's why. See, missed a hell of a lot of things there. I haven't sent it through, have I? So on the cable, action start is valid. Check, check, check. Yeah. It's all well and dandy doing this, but you need to send the data through. So now this would probably fix all the problems we had. Connector, port is not target port is not capital report. Okay, an actor. So primitive object, and let's change that to a primitive. It might break other things. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's break that. I'll click, and primitive is not compatible. So find target as well has the wrong type. This is where I should have been a little bit more careful with, so primitive component. Okay, that's that. Let's see what else is left. So let's set target port as there. Let's compile. Doesn't seem like there's any more errors there. Okay, so we should be able to put the port into there. I probably will hit another error because I'm sure there were some other sets and gets that I've missed. They're all connected. Let's try this now. We haven't got the rotation yet because we haven't done that. Oh, it's setting self. It set me to the location, not the... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So, target actor is actor object reference, yeah? And that's being set. Target actor object reference is being set here. Why is it sending me? Did I choose something weird? Actor is actor object reference. No, it's all cabling. Target port, target actor. Shouldn't be sending me. It should be sending the cable. Oh no, that's the location it's going to. So I've missed a connection in here, haven't I? Set actor location. No, it's the right one. End a actor, which comes from actor. And I'm setting that. Or did it push me out the way? Was I in the way? So let me do this from a little bit of an angle. Oh, I'm moving the wrong object. Okay, there we go. I was moving the good old Jenny. It wasn't me that was moving, it was the Jenny. Right, we're getting there. Right, there we go. Okay. Right clicked just before you could see it. Oh, how stupid! Don't right click. I can left click, but I can't right click. Look at that. Perfection in itself. Right, let's see if we can set that transform back up. So set the transform location of the end. Hopefully, if this is how I did it last time, let's just save it all, because I've been having some crashes today. So let's switch on the tool and put it there, and look at that. How nice is that? How nice is that? We have a connector. Lovely jubbly. Right, and you probably don't even know what that reference is from. Lovely jubbly. Let's have a look. So I don't need the first person couch at the moment. Cabling tool. We now have our cable start connected. We then progress to start connector. we've done start connector that end. It's probably, I'll probably have to rename these. It's not kind of cool. Right, so let's see what happens when we do our next one. So we're now on start connector. We now need to do this again. Let's duplicate that. Why has it compacted it? Oh, because target itself isn't connected, is it? And so this one is going to come down as well for the same thing. And then this time we want ECP I. Has to be ECP I, otherwise it won't work. And this is going to be off the start connector thing. Just bring that across. And bring that across. And we'll bring those all down. We can tidy this up at some point. So now we want to connect the end of the cable. So if it doesn't contain that, so if this is wrong, we want to copy this, right, the end of the cable must, I've got to get rid of that space, it was bugging me earlier, must be connected to a must not be connected to a power source. And let's get rid of the ust there. So now the end of the cable must not be connected to a power source. Okay, that's good. So we know it's got to go into something else. Oh, what have I done there? I hate it when it highlights. Need to be careful what I'm doing. Right. I now need to connect the cable end. This one, I don't need any information going to it, do I? So I can actually modify this one because I don't need it. Okay, because all this is going to do is attach the end. We already know. Oh, we don't know. No, we don't know. We need to send all the same information through. Okay, so if it's true, connect cable end. So connect cable. I've got to come up with the object, haven't I? Connect cable end. And let's rechange this. So we do need a port, a connector, and an actor. So can I copy these? No, it's a shame. So I need port, I need connector, and I need an actor. Only one of those is an actor. So this connector is a BP connector base object reference. Just let me do it that time. And the port is going to be a primitive component object reference. There we go. Okay, let's bring this down. This is technically the second thing to do. Right. So we want the end connector B setting, and we want the end connector B actor, the end B actor setting. So we bring that one into there, that one into there, bring that out. So this one's going to be a little bit different, I think. So we're going to probably just set the world transform. So on this one, did I just set world location? Yes, I did. Just set the world location. Okay, but I did a little bit jiggery pokery on this one. I did a little bit of jiggery pokery, and we'll see. You'll see that now. I'll do it without the jiggery pokery, and then we'll add it in, and you'll see what you think. So at the moment, now all we need to do is send the location to the world location again. We don't need rotation, so if I copy that, and we're going to set, oh no, it's not set the actor location this time, is it? No, it's not. So it's set world location and rotation of end B. Okay, so we're going to do a similar thing here with this get world transform. I think let's see if this works. So if we get world transform, then break transform and inverse transform rotation. So the location is going to go into there, but the rotation inverse transform is going to go there. Yeah, does that seem good? So I'm hoping that's all we need to do. Let's go to 1. So let's try and click on here. No, we can't, but we can. And then we're going to try on that. Oh, it let me do it even though, oh, I just clicked the right mouse button, didn't I? I keep doing that. So connect. It's still setting the first one by the looks of it. So am I setting the wrong end? A should be the first one. That's NB. And A. And A is 0. And B. So why am I not sending NB to where it's going to be? Let's do that. Let's make it a little bit different looking, so that when we do this, oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the ends different colors so that I know that I'm setting the right ones. So we're just going to find some basic red for, no, that one can be red. A can be red, can't it? And this one, we can just find some basic asset. Is it blue? Probably not. No. So that one will be, oh, not green, that glows in the dark, that one, so put that silver. So the power is the hot end. Ooh, doing it again. Let's play. Then I know that I'm setting the right thing. So if I go number 1 and then we click on there, so it is the hot end that's gone on. Yeah, the hot end is on, and then there, and it's the hot end that's moved again. Have I just done this wrong? Have I just done this wrong? Cable end. End B. End A. No, I'm setting the world location and rotation of end B. So I'm not sure why A is moving. Connect to cable start, connect to cable end. Let's make sure that it's not running twice. Oh, we're not connecting cable end, just connecting cable N. But the start connector, it should be on that, so it shouldn't be doing disconnected. So why is it disconnecting? Oh, because it's always disconnected. What a muppet. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Okay, a couple of little things which I've just tweaked. So, in. Can it be connected to a power source? Good. Now, I don't know where that's gone. I really don't know where that's gone. It might be because of the length of the cable. I don't know. Access none, trying to read property. Set world rotation and location. So where's this? Here. So let's just accessing none. What am I accessing none? We're getting there, but very slowly. Very, very slowly. So let's turn on our connector and let's just check. Yep, can't connect it to there. Connect it to there, and then connect it to there. There. It's going somewhere. I don't get what this is. Access none, trying to read property K2 node. Customer event port 1. Set location rotation. So something's not going through. Something's not connected properly. So let's go back to our checks. Oh, he was doing it again. Oh, Jesus. Target actor. Target port. Target connector. It does help. It does help. It really, really does. It does. It does. Yeah. Connect. Connect. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, damn. Okay. So, I don't need all those states, do I? I just hit the right mouse button, so we got rid of it. So let's fix that now. Let's put that back in and see if that will let us do it correctly. Let's save that. Let's play from there. Let's not click the X, the right mouse button. And as we can see, it's all facing the same way and all facing the correct way. So let me show you something. Let's move that across and let's check the cable. And the cable is currently set to 300. Let's just bring that down. Let's set that to 100. Compile that. So let's see what happens now. Turn on our cable. Cable. Right, can you see that? Extremely tight, yeah? So let's do a little bit of jiggery pokery. This is what I was on about before. So in the cabler, no, in the cable itself, we now have all that set. So what we're going to do is, if you bear with me, just pull up my reference material that I used. There are other things we need to do as well, but right now I want to find out what the distance is between the two actors. So let's get the distance between itself, which is the beginning of the end day basically, and its target, which is the NB actor. Yeah. So let's get no, it's not on there. This is a function node. Let's get distance to. Yeah, get distance to. And the target is self, which is fine, but the actor is the NB actor. Okay. NB actor. Sorry. what we want to do then is we want to add a little offset on, just so there's a bit of cable drop. So if we say add and put about 50 on. So what this is want to do is get the cable length and extend it plus 50, so it'll be nice and neat on the floor, and you add 50 on to make it dangle at the one end. I might have to do some calculations back on height off the ground and stuff like that when it comes to objects that plug in a bit higher, because obviously the light has got a power port on the ground. So we now want to set the length of the cable, so let's bring in our cable and we want to set cable length, and from that we'll do that here. Let's bring that under, let's bring that down, and NB actor and this little plus. I'm going to stack all these nice and neatly on top of each other, and then bring that into the cable length. Okay, the intention of this is hopefully to create a nice tight thing, a nice lax rope cable. So as we just saw, that one was really taut, so let's try now with our new one, and let's go to a different one, that one and that one. Oh, and look at that, perfect. Now that looks more like a cable. That looks more like a cable. It's working. It is working. It's a little bit under the ground. I ain't bothered about that, to be honest. It's just the way it is. But we now have a cable connection that we can add ourselves. And what we need to do now is release that cable from our clutch and create a new one without destroying that one. So as we've now done that with our cabling tool, we now set this back to disconnected. So I think that we then create a new. So let's collapse this to a function, and we're going to call this create new cable. Okay, and that's all going to do that. Creates a new cable, easy as. It sets the current cable state to disconnected, so we don't even have to reset that either, and it should automatically reset our current cable. So at the end of what we've just done, so he says, where are we looking? Where are we looking? Where are we looking? Action start. Right. At the end of what we've just done, all we need to do technically is create a cable, because it should automatically create one and then reset this here, which frees it up. I'm hoping that's all it needs and it doesn't just destroy the existing cable. So let's see what happens. So activate our tool, we have a cable, we'll set it to this one here, and we're going to set it to that one there. Yay! And then we have a new cable, and if I right click, it's gone, but it hasn't destroyed the old one. The old one's now free to be whatever it wants. Then create a new cable, okay, it there. Now let's try, because I haven't set the connected. Okay, double the power. Connect one, we can't connect it to there, so just that, my friends, is the end of this tutorial. Well, it's not really a tutorial, it's more like a code with me, isn't it? It's like, let's follow along and see what that idiot does today and see what he can mess up. But let's face it, we've made progress today, haven't we? we have made progress. Now all we need to do is hook up all the code that tells it to light up the light and send power and all that, which I want to revamp a little bit, just by checking the cables, because obviously if it's connected to something, will it just know, or do we just tell it, or do we just use the cable as we did before? Who knows? Yeah, who knows? So we need to tell it that it's got power. So next episode, that's what it's going to be. We're going to be polishing all this off, and yeah, we will have hopefully a working cable thing. I'm not going to polish off the holding in your hand and all that. I need a new character for that. I'm not going to do it on the existing first person character, because I don't want to have to keep porting, moving code and rewriting stuff and rejigging stuff just because I've changed character. So that will happen at a later time. So for now, we've got a cabling tool. What a good way to end the episode on. Okay, so I will see you in the next episode. I hope that you didn't learn anything, because that's probably the most likely case, but let's just hope you enjoyed watching anyway, and I will see you next time. So take care then. Bye bye.